Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday to you. How are you guys all doing? How's everyone doing? Happy Sunday to you. Welcome to the Chatting with Chichi show. Okay, I'm just going to wait a little bit for Facebook to build an audience and then we will get started. Okay, good. I think you must have seen the topic now for today. Yeah, it's exciting. I do love talking about. Um, I do love talking about this, but we'll get onto it once the time starts. Okay, good. I've got quite a few people already on board. You guys, thank you so much for joining. Oh wow, that was quick. Let me know that you're here. Oh, thank you so much. Hi, Victor. How are you? Good. Welcome to the Chatting with Chichi show, the 22nd episode. I mean, it just sounds unreal, but it is the 22nd episode. And I am so excited today. Hi, how are you? Good. Thanks for sharing my post earlier on. Thank you so much. Good. So we are here today, and what are we going to be talking about? Today is actually Martin Luther King's birthday, the 15th of January. If he was alive today, he would be 88 years old today. And so tomorrow, they're going to have, it's a bank holiday in the States. But I thought we'll talk a bit more about that. Happy Sunday to you, Ify, as well. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you guys for joining us to the Chatting with Chichi show, episode 22. Wow. Good. Welcome on board, everyone. Welcome on board. I just thought, before I start, I kind of was going through, I was kind of listening to Martin Luther King's, I Have a Dream speech, and I got very inspired. So I'm talking from a deep place today, deep place. Good. So welcome, guys. Welcome on board. And for anyone that is joining us for the first time on the Chatting with Chichi show, I just thought I'll kind of explain what the Chatting with Chichi show is all about. So welcome on board, everyone. Welcome on board. The Chatting with Chichi show, really, guys, is an inspirational chat show, an inspirational talk show. And I kind of do it very intentionally on a Sunday to start the week with. It's very intentional so that we start the week inspired to take more actions, inspired to reset our button, inspired to give us another chance, inspired to just go out there and do what we need to do in our various areas of life. So it's something that I'm excited to do every Sunday, and it inspires me as well. So I hope you get something from this today. Today, what I thought about, and I know a lot of times, like I don't live in the States, I live in the UK, and I thought I want to talk about Martin Luther King and share some success kind of tips around Martin Luther King. And the reason I'm doing this is that in the world we live in today, the world really now is like a global village. We can't say, oh, that person is in the States, so we don't have anything to do with the States, or that person is in Africa, we don't have anything to do with that, or that person is in the UK or in Europe. It's a global village now. So a lot of things affect all of us. A lot of things in the world affects all of us. And for me, Martin Luther King, I have a deep appreciation for that man, and we are going to share a lot of things about it. There's something I know about success. I know all of us want to succeed in life. And one thing I'm very sure about success is that success leaves clues. A lot of people have left clues. A lot of people have left success clues for us to tap into. And it's all about tapping into these clues. That's what really the Chatting with Chichi show is about. We talk about lessons on people, lessons on events, lessons on life-changing topics, lessons on the way we can go forward. We talk about all these, and communication comes and is a very big part of it. So it's kind of, in a nutshell, what I want to share. I've got 5 success lessons, 5 lessons that we must tap into from MLK Jr. The second person, I think in my other post, I talked about 2 people that I'm going to talk about today. This week as well, because this week is quite a monumental week. This week as well is going to be officially the last week of Obama as president in the United States. On Friday, Donald Trump gets sworn in. So this is really the official last week of the Obamas in the White House. And I thought I would kind of put him as well in the mix with these 5 lessons that I'm going to be talking about. The reason why I'm doing this is because without Martin Luther King Jr., there would be no Obama. That's my take on it. Without him, there would be no Obama. Oh, hi, Uzumaka. How you doing? Welcome on board. Hi, Hava. Welcome. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome on board to the Chatting with Chichi show. Thank you so much. So today, I'm just going to be sharing 5 success lessons that we must tap into as we go along in this monumental week. This week is actually, it's a big week. It's a big week, and I think we should really tap into it. Don't just let this week pass you by. Tap into what it really, really means. The reason that I really do appreciate Obama as he spent 8 years in the White House is that for us as people, I'm trying to put it in some words for you where let me start again. I don't take it for granted that he actually spent 8 years in the White House. And I tell you the reason why. A lot of our children, especially in the West, a lot of our kids, especially in the West, don't really get to see a lot of black presidents. Yeah, we've never had a black president in America. We've never had a black prime minister in the UK. So it was something more seeing Obama in the White House for our children. I feel, for me personally, I feel that even in their subconscious minds, it expanded their horizons of what can be possible. That's my take on it. I feel that it expanded their minds. I mean, I went back to school in Africa, so I saw black presidents, black prime ministers, black this, black. So it was no big deal for me. But I think for our children growing up in the West, not seeing that, Obama coming into office helps them expand their horizon for that. So that's why I definitely want to incorporate Obama in this success story that I'm talking about or sharing with you guys today. Okay, good. So I hope you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from this. The first lesson that I want to pick out of Martin Luther King Jr. and the legacy that he's left is that your purpose is not all about you. Your purpose, your talents, your gifts, it's not just about you. It's not about you. And I'll tell you the reason why I'm saying this. I mean, when you look at Martin Luther King, hi, Former, how you doing? Good, welcome on board, welcome on board. When you think about your gifts, when you think about Martin Luther King's gifts, he was a very good orator. He could talk, he could speak, he was educated. If he just went to his house and spoke in his house, what would that do to the world? If he just went and wrote, because he was a writer as well. If he just went there and just wrote in his house, wrote his topics down and just for himself, what good would it do to the world? Hey, Sam, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Oh, bless you. Thank you for joining. If he sat down and just kind of played around with his talents all by himself in his house, shared it with his family and his friends, and just left it like that, we won't be hearing about Martin Luther King today. So your gifts is not just about you. Your gift is supposed to be shared. That's the key. Your gifts it's just not about you. Yes, you've been given those gifts, but your job now is to share the gift with the world. Your job now is to share your talents with the world. So people that sing, people that write, people that speak, if they just stay in their own homes and do all these things with their talents, what use are those gifts to them? So they go out there and they share their gifts. Whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that is your purpose in life, it's not about you. It's about the people you're serving. Whatever it is, it's about the problem you're solving. It's about the people you're serving. That is what life is really all about. Don't think that it's all about, oh yes, I've got this talent, so I can use it. I've got this talent. It's all for me. Yes, you have got the talents. You have got the talents. But your talent is supposed to be shared. It's supposed to be shared around the world. And that is what Martin Luther King did. He was very good with his speech. He was very good with talking. He was very good with his mannerisms. And he shared that with the world. He shared that with everybody that was around him. And they learned from him. A lot of people that we see today learned from Martin Luther King. Obama is a very, very typical example in this journey that I'm talking about. So your talents and your gifts is not about you. It's about how you share it to the world to make an impact. That's the first point. My second point was, In the beginning of his, because I listened again to again to Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech, and in the beginning he started with, "Even though we face difficulties and oppositions, I still have a dream." I kind of tapped into that and I said, wow. So even back in those days, he still had a dream. He did not wait for situations to change before he had his dream. He did not wait for circumstances to be perfect before he kind of believed in his dream. He didn't wait for people to agree with him before he had his dream. He still had a dream in the midst of problems, in the midst of situations. What dream have you got that you've kind of stopped, or you've kind of left or paused really because of situations around you? What is that you've stopped and just said, okay, you know what? I can't do this anymore because things are not working right. Martin Luther King did not give up. And so we dare not give up as well. He still dreamed. He still dared to hope. Oh, wow. When I hear that, he still dared to hope. And Obama brought it home and said, having the audacity to hope. Having the audacity to hope no matter what the situation is. That is where we should be. Because things may not be perfect, but it doesn't mean that you should give up on your dreams. Things may not go your way all the time, but it doesn't mean that you should give up on your dreams. It doesn't mean that you should give up on your vision. Martin Luther King said, despite the difficulties, despite the problems that we're facing today and that we're going to face in the future, I still have a dream. He still has a dream. And that is one thing that we should tap into. Don't give up on your dreams. No matter how big they are, do not give up. No matter what the situations you're facing, no matter what situations you're facing today, do not give up on your dreams, because your dreams matter. Your dreams are for a purpose. People are born today to be able to tap into your dreams. As I said in the beginning, it's not just about you. There are people out there who are depending on that dream that you're supposed to take forward. So don't give up on your dream. Dare to dream, dare to hope, dare to believe. That is one thing that Martin Luther King did and he stood for, and that's why we are still talking about him today. Thank you so much, Tokumbo, for joining. Thank you so much. And Princess Chidima, thank you so much as well for joining. Wow, thank you guys. Thank you so much. The what's my number? Next number is number 3, and this is a good one. Do not take permission from the past before you move forward. And I'll tell you why I'm saying this. When Obama started in 2014 and gave that his life-changing conventional speech in 2014, it was it 2014? Yes, 2000. No, am I mixing it up? 2004 or 2000? Yeah, 2004. Sorry, 2000. I think I'm getting myself mixed up. But when he gave that his speech, yeah, nobody had done that before. Could you even just think about it? It wasn't even imaginable that a black person would actually even be on the horizon to be a president of the United States. If he looked back on his past, if he looked back at statistics, if he looked back on where he had been or what he had gone through or his family background, you know, he had a dad who really didn't live with his dad. His dad was from Kenya. He grew up with his mom and his grandparents. If he really looked at his circumstances, if he really looked at the way he was brought up, if he really checked back to his past, he would not have moved forward or even had the audacity to even think about being the president of the United States. Martin Luther King as well. In those days, I mean, you didn't see people just stand up for civil rights. He had to stand up. He had to be the first to stand up. So what I'm trying to say here today is that you don't need to have an experience. In a way, you don't even need to have an experience to go for your dreams. You don't. If it's in your hearts, if it's in your soul, go and do your research. Go and do your work about it. Don't think about the past. Don't say, oh, because it's never been done before. Or you're afraid to be the first to start something. Do not be afraid to be the first to start. You've got to have the courage to start. You've got to have the courage to go for it no matter what. Stop checking with your pasts to make the decisions for your future. Your past was there for a reason, but you don't have to keep checking back, because a lot of times people say, okay, oh, I've never done it before. Oh, so there's no point of doing it. I've never done it before. Martin Luther King had never done it before. Obama had never done it before. Many people that we hear about today, they had never done it before. And yet they still went for it. So do not check with your past. Stop checking with your past to go into your future. That's the third point. My fourth point was, what is your excuse? Why are you not starting? Did you realize that Martin Luther King was only 39 when he died? Martin Luther King was only 39 when he died. And we're talking about him today, and future generations are going to keep talking about this guy. He was only 39 when he died. And yet, in his years of living, he had made such an impact in the world. At 35, he received his Nobel Prize Award. At 35. He was only 39. I mean, I didn't even realize that point. It was about a few years ago that I realized how old Martin Luther King was when he died. What's your excuse? Are you saying you're too young? Are you saying you're too old? What's your excuse? What is your excuse? We shouldn't have any excuses, honestly. We should not have any excuses. At 39, he died. That means he started from way back. He started from way back and just made that impact. He didn't let his age stop him. He spoke to the public. He spoke to the world. He spoke to crowds of people who were definitely way older than he was. But he did not allow that to stop him. He kept going. He kept going. And he kept going. And that's why we're still talking about him today. So any excuse that you come up with is no excuse at all. You shouldn't come up with an excuse. Go for your dreams. Go for what it is that you know that you were meant to do. That's the fourth point. My fifth point is education. Education, education, education. And I'm saying this with a lot of passion, because in this day and age, I know we've got different kinds of education that we kind of educate ourselves in different ways. But I'll tell you why I talked about education, because I watched his Nobel Prize award speech, and I think it's something that all of you should watch. Honestly, I don't know if you've watched it before, but if you haven't watched it before, go and watch Martin Luther King's Nobel Prize award. He's the acceptance speech. His mannerisms, the way he delivered the speech, it was just something to watch. And I'm gonna actually watch that with my kids tomorrow. I'm going to definitely make sure that they watch it, because I think it's something to behold. It was something very admirable. And if he was not educated, he won't be able to stand in front of all those guys and give that impeccable speech. I mean, education is so important. When you think about even Nelson Mandela as well, his education is what brought him out there. So education, education, education is very, very important. Encourage our kids that education is important. It's the key, no matter what. I know sometimes some kids are always going on about, oh, this guy dropped out from school. What's the point? There is a point for education. That's all I can say. There is a point for education. People like Martin Luther King, people like Obama, people out there that are successful, education helped them in one way or the other. Even if they didn't go through the traditional route, still they learned, still they read books. There are many things that I think that as we go along in 2017, we should start to adopt a lot of, if you've not started to adopt these habits, there are a lot of habits that we need to start adopting more and more in 2017. Because something about success is that, as I said at the beginning, it leaves clues. Read books, find out about things. And when you read, apply what you've read. Apply what you've read. It's not just for reading's sake. Hey, Ronke Posh, how are you doing? Welcome, 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 welcome on board. Thank you so much. When you read, apply what you've read. It's not just about reading and assimilating information. It's about reading and applying what you've read. People like Martin Luther King Jr., I tell you something. We are free today. A lot of the freedom that we're enjoying today is because of that guy. Because he stood for what he believed in. Don't keep quiet about your dreams. Don't stand up. Just stand up for something that you believe in and say what you believe in. Don't keep quiet. If he kept quiet, if he just said, you know what, because he wasn't poor, he was educated. He could have just gone ahead with his job and just continued with life. But he had a purpose. And as I said, your purpose, your talents is not about you. It's about how you're going to serve this world. It's about what you're going to do for this world. It's about the impact you're going to make. And I don't want you to ever think that you're not going to make an impact, that you don't matter, because you do matter. There's no how God created you without a purpose. We were all created with a purpose in this life. Honestly speaking, what do you guys think about Martin Luther King? Just, give me your own tips as well. Don't keep quiet about your dreams. Yes, exactly. Don't keep quiet about your dreams. Honestly, it's the 5 points I'm just going to summarize again. It's not about you. Your talents, your purpose is not about you. The second point I said is that even though we go through struggles, still keep your dream alive. Dare to hope. Have that audacity of hope. Dare to hope, dare to believe, and just keep going. Keep going and don't give up. The third one is stop taking permission from the past. The past is done and dusted with. Stop taking permission from your past. Go for it. Be the first to do something. You don't have to wait until somebody else has done it before you do it. Be the first to do it. And let the world now follow you. Be the first to do it. Selfless. Yes, MLK, as selfless as you can go. Exactly. Attitude of servitude. Yes. It's about serving people. That's what it's really, really all about. If you look at all the people that have made such an impact in this world, it was to do with serving other people. And as you serve other people, people will bless you. As you serve other people, you will succeed in life. And you will have that fulfillment that it is that you're looking for, honestly speaking. And then the fourth one that I talked about was, what is your excuse? Just go ahead and start. Martin Luther King died at 39. And imagine the impact he made between when he was born and being 39 years old before he died. So don't listen to your excuses anymore. Dump your excuses on the side and just keep going for it. And the fifth point I talked about was the importance of education. Education. And then also, honestly, guys speaking, go watch that, his acceptance speech. Martin Luther King's acceptance speech, his Nobel Prize acceptance speech. It was brilliant. Education is so important. I think that's one of the things that we must definitely keep going. Hope my hairstyle counts. First to do it. Yes, it does count. Exactly. Because you did not wait, Ronke Posh. I like that. You didn't wait for someone else to have that hairstyle. You just went for it. Let's be the first. Honestly speaking, we've got to be the first in everything that we do. We've got to be the first in things that we want to do. Those dreams that you have on the inside of you. Don't wait for people to do it. Just go ahead and do it. Yes. And Ifoma says, I truly support education, either formal or informal. Exactly. Exactly. Me too. Education is important for our kids, even for us as well, as we're growing. As you grow, you keep educating yourself. You keep getting better. And that's really, really key. So this week, I know in the States, tomorrow, most of them are not going to work. They're going to be celebrating Martin Luther King. And I know, I don't live in the States, but it doesn't matter. He's still part of the world. He's still made an impact to our lives and to our children as well. I'm going to tell my children more about what I've learned about him as well, so that they know about him, and they know about him already. But the new things that I've learned, I'm going to share it with them as well. I want them to listen to that acceptance speech, because I thought that acceptance speech was really, 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 really good. So that's kind of what I have for today's Chatting with Chichi show. It's all about tapping into the success that a lot of clues that people leave out there. Tapping into them, growing yourself, just improving yourself on a daily basis. Don't let yourself stay stagnant. Do not let yourself stay stagnant. Grow, learn more things, adopt more things. Throw some habits, some bad habits that that you've got to the side, and just keep growing. Because without your growth, honestly speaking, you can't make changes in your life. Without your growth, you cannot make the changes that you deserve to make. So keep on making those changes, keep on growing, keep on reading. Oh, reading is a big thing for me this year. Honestly, reading is a big, big part of my life this year, and I hope that it's yours as well. Ronke, it's yours as well, isn't it? Yes, I know that. Yes, definitely, it's a big, big part. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ronke. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic week. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the love. Oh wow, I'm feeling all the love. Let me receive them. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. It's a new week. As we step into the new week, guys, go out there and make your week count as usual. Whatever goals you had, don't give up on your goals. Please do not give up on your goals. I'm telling myself as well. Do not give up on your goals, Chichi. Please don't give up on your goals. Just keep going no matter what it is. No matter what difficulties you faced last week, it's a new week. It's time to reset that button. Give yourself another chance and keep going. Forgive yourself, if you've got to forgive yourself, and just move forward. Forgive others as well, and just move forward this week, making sure that this week counts. Hi, Uche, how you doing? Oh, Uche, I missed you when you joined at first. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sam, my cousin. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He's competing with you with the hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, it's Nnamdi that is on Uche's thing. Okay, hi Nnamdi, how are you? Good. Well done. I know you guys are going to be off tomorrow. You guys are all in the States. You guys are going to be off tomorrow. So well done, all of you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me on this 22nd episode of the Chatting with Chichi show. Wow. I will see you next week. Have a fun week. Make your week count and do what you've got to do this week. Okay? Do what you've got to do this week. As usual, I am rooting for you all the way, and I love you lots. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. Bye. Thank you, Roque Posh. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Funke. Oh, wow, Funke, how are you? Thank you so much. Oh, you're both here. Fantastic. Great chat show about MLK and success. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Nnamdi and Uche, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone that has joined. Ifeoma Jonas, I saw you at the beginning. Havar, I saw all of you. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I will see you later. Have a fun week. See you later. Bye. Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. Bye, guys. See you later.